Actually, a true story. Rap hates us, you know? We don't mind it so much, but it really hates us. Alright. Most of you have probably heard the story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Raise your hand if you haven't. That's okay. You're like, shit, what? Like, man, these guys are so stupid. So it's in the book of Daniel, in the Old Testament. There's these three dudes named Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And there was this king in this land. He's a powerful king called King Nebuchadnezzar. And he made these rules. And one of the rules was that he constructed this big golden image, probably not a cow, even though we said cow in the song. It's a different part of the Bible. Part of the Bible. Yeah. There is a cow. There is a golden cow in the Bible. But he constructed this golden image, probably of himself. And when this certain song played in this community, you would have to bow down to this golden image in honor of the king, like you were bowing to the king. And if you didn't bow to this golden image, then you would get thrown into a fire furnace and you'd burn alive, right? And so these three guys went before the king. They said, we're not going to bow. King gets mad, puts them in the fiery furnace. Inside of the fiery furnace, in front of the king and his men, a fourth being dude shows up. Maybe Jesus, probably Jesus. Delivers them in the name of the Lord. They walk out of the fiery furnace without a hair on their head singed, the Bible says, and without even smelling like smoke. So, pretty crazy story of God's deliverance, right? This is an awesome story. And when I became a believer, I remember hearing this story over and over in Sunday school. Excuse me. And so I was just kind of casually reading through Daniel again, and I got to the part where they're before the king. And I'm just going to tell you the line, why I wrote this song, why I wanted to write this song. Up to the point where I really saw this one line. This story was kind of a very vague story. It was kind of in cartoon color for me, just in my head. Every time I read this story or heard this story in Sunday school, it's kind of like I pictured these guys just as like colored with crayons. You know, I mean, it wasn't like a real story for me until I read this one line and it became real for me. And so they're before the king, and you know, he's confronting them, and they said something like this. They said, King Nebuchadnezzar, you're our king, but you're not our God. We serve the God of old, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And our God is able to deliver us from your fiery furnace today. And then there's this comma there, and then there's this line, and then this line is the one line that got me. They said, our God is able to deliver us, but know this, that even if he doesn't, we're still not going to bow. Even if he doesn't deliver us, we're still going to trust our God. And so I don't know where you're at in life, what fiery furnace you may be in, but this has been a huge, when we were in the studio, finally we found a version of this song without the names in it. Shane won the battle. It's no longer a rap song. But when we were singing this, the biggest fiery furnaces of our life hit. And on our lips, literally, like within hours of singing this song, on our lips were these words: God, save us, save them, save her, save him. But even if you don't, I'm going to trust you. Even if you don't, I'm going to believe that you're still good and you're still God. And so if you're in a fiery furnace, maybe this will encourage you. I hope it does. And if you're not in a fiery furnace, you will be soon. Welcome to the show. Here we go.